brick stitch earrings, or brick stitch, how to start a brick stitch. Grab 2 beads, pull them all the way down to your end of the thread. Take it through the first bead that you put on your thread, all the way up to the top. I'm sorry if my fingers are in the way. Bring the needle through. Now take your needle and thread and bring it through the top of your second bead, all the way through. So it should look like this. Now you just take another bead, flip your work, and again run it through. Go through the top of your second bead that you had on your line. Bring the thread all the way through. And then through that bead that you just placed on. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with my camera on my phone. Hopefully y'all can see that. My beads are clear, so. And just keep doing that until you have the amount of beads you want on it. I usually do 10. So let me go ahead and do that. And then I'll get back on here for the second step. Okay, once you have your 10, it should look like this. Now, it doesn't have to be 10. It could be 6, 8, 10, 12, however big you want your earrings. Okay, now I'm going to take this, I'm going to flip it over to where the thread is up. I am going to string 2 beads. And if you notice on the top, you have little loops that your thread made. You take it through not the first, but the second. Bring your thread all the way through. And then through that second bead that you placed on your line. Like so. And you just keep doing that. You keep adding a bead. Bring it through the loop that you made on your work. So it'd be the third loop. Bring the thread through and through the bead. You're going to loop your thread around the loop on the beading in order for it to go through the bead on through the bottom. And then grab another bead. Same process. So let me finish this up really quick and then I'll get on to the next step. Ow. See if I can hold it by my camera. Sorry if I'm going too fast, and I'm sorry if my fingers are in the way. I'm really trying to do this to where you guys can see it. It's hard doing it on a phone. But I know I kept promising a lot of y'all that I was going to do this video. And I haven't been able to yet. Brick stitch I learned through YouTube. And it took me about, a whole day to do it. But after I found out how to do it, I'm like, oh, I love this stitch. You know, I got to keep doing it, keep practicing. Yeah, my pattern's not gonna work. Okay, hold on, folks. I messed up my pattern, which is no big deal. All I have to do is just go through the last couple beads that I placed. And that happens. You know, you make a mistake and it's easy to undo. Most of the time. And this mistake wasn't big. I just forgot a bead. Of course, I'm a perfectionist and I have OCD, so this is not ideal for me to make mistakes on camera. And again, I'm sorry that my fingers are in the way. This is a really tight workstation I have here. Okay, once I've got the mistake that I made out of the way, I just go back through this thread as I was doing previously. Come on now. Kind of wants to try to fight me today, and I don't know why. Okay, now the last bead on this row. Okay, bring it all the way through the last bead. And then what you want to do is do the 2 beads again. And again, bring it through the second loop. So 1, 2, and then bring your thread through and run it through that, well, I'll call it a green bead. So right there, and bring it all the way up. And you'll just continue that until you get a point on the top. Now what I mean by a point is, let me see something here. The point will be this up top. And let me finish and get up to the top and I'll show you how to finish that. I'll be right back. I forgot to mention that you can use either bugle beads or I have the 1102 cut beads that I'm using for these ones, and they work pretty well. I haven't gotten that far up to the top, but I'll just keep this going while I'm finishing. That way y'all can get the hang of it better. I paused for a little bit because I was answering some messages and stuff, so I apologize for that. Okay, try to keep it into the camera view here. Now, I don't host a lot of beading tutorials or anything, but if it helps others, then I'm more than glad to do it. Plus, it builds my confidence a little bit more, so woohoo! And I hope you guys are able to follow what I'm doing here. And again, sorry for my fingers being in the way. I'm really trying to do this to where you all can see it. See, the farther up you go, hold on, let me try to get to my camera here. It goes like a pyramid or a triangle, or however you want to say it. And yeah, my beads look a little wonky, but so far that is what it should turn out to look like, hopefully. Now I'm still kind of new to the brick stitch. I'm not sure how to do the square brick stitch for the earrings, but I just recently figured out how to do the triangle, the diamond, which I've done on my last pair here. And it's really, really fun. Not hard. Well, it wasn't hard for me. I should put it that way. Let me put it that way. It was not hard for me to learn it. Of course, I've been beading since I was 17. And the first stitch I learned was peyote stitch. And I'm a hands-on learner. I'm hoping that this really does help everyone else, even though we all have our beading preferences and we all bead differently, which is okay. How one person beads, the other one might not be that way, and that's all cool. We all learn from each other, though, and okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pause, and I'll be right back.